Way up.
All right. Happy Thursday. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Jasmine's favorite day of the week. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm here. I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Mano's in the building.
Did you miss me?
Shockingly.
Did you miss me?
Ever since you started your 3 new shows, you just...
Man. That's crazy.
But anyway, it is a Thursday, as y'all know. We had a good night last night.
We did.
Shout out to everybody from the organization that we were at their gala, Hip Hop Public Health. We'll talk about it more. But it's actually Dougie Fresh's nonprofit.
Yes.
And it was a great, great time. 50th anniversary of hip hop, good space to be in.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to get this show started, though, with Shine a Light. And Jekalyn Carr is also going to be joining us today.
Okay.
Yeah, she is a gospel singer, a multiple award-winning recording artist. She's also an entrepreneur.
Okay.
She's also an actress now.
Oh, she got a lot of hyphens.
Yes. And so she was in the what, Praise This? Is that what's called? Praise
This?
Yes, that Will Packer movie. Starring Chloe Bailey.
Yep.
All right, and Quavo was in that as well.
He was. Yeah, he was.
But let's shine a light. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up and let us know who you want to spread some love to. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
Mano's in the building.
New Mano.
And let's shine a light on a 14-year-old student. His name is Haman Bekaley. Okay. All right. Well, he's a high school student from Fairfax, Virginia, and he created a new kind of soap that he hopes could potentially be used to treat skin cancer someday.
Wow.
It costs only $8.50 to create a batch of 20 bars of the soap. And he said people might not have the equipment or have the facilities to be able to treat this disease. And a bar of soap is just so simple, so affordable, so accessible in comparison to those modern new skin cancer treatments. And he created this in the 8th grade.
Wow. That's outside of D.C., Fairfax.
Right, we know where it's at. You're not schooling us.
Oh, man.
You thought you were schooling us.
Jasmine live in D.C., so...
So most people know Fairfax is
most people
outside.
that have been around.
Okay.
Wow. Well,
travel.
Mano gets around.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. MJ, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Who would you like to shine a light on?
I would like to shine a light on myself, as conceited as it sounds. I'm a young black man out here making it work for myself and my family. Out to the poor and go to Iraq and put it on for my country.
Ooh.
And I'm putting God first, I'm representing myself today. I'm going to shine a light on me.
All right, MJ, we shine a light. And that's important. A lot of times we're so busy looking around the world and what's happening and thinking about what we haven't done. It's good to celebrate what we have done and accomplished.
Yeah, that's not conceited at all.
Most definitely, yes, ma'am. Self-love is the best love.
All right, well, thank you. And shine a light on you, MJ.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
All right, well, that was Shine a Light on him, 800-292-5150, just in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. Burner Boy turned down $5 million for a booking. We'll tell you why. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeetie is next.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Mano.
New Mano.
Yes.
Let's get into this Yeetie. Burner Boy said that he turned down $5 million for a booking in Dubai, and that's because they do not allow marijuana there. All right, that was the condition. He couldn't smoke. There's strict anti-drug laws, and he said that it was an act of defiance against what he saw as an infringement on his artistic freedom. And he also has a cannabis brand that he launched called Breakfast. Now, for $5 million,
Right, you could have.
that might have been like, we cannot smoke for a day.
Yeah.
That just shows you how much money he's making, though.
That's
Right.
I don't know if I ever want to turn down that much money.
Yeah, when you make it, he probably gonna make that
Right, if that's
same
like,
week
yeah.
or more.
But I still, I don't know. I don't. This
I mean, I would love
Easy
to
to
be
say.
able to be like, I
Right.
can turn down $5 million.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't know what that feels like. So
Right.
Yeah,
God
don't.
bless him.
All right, Oh Dirty Bastard. There is a podcast out that's set for him with USG Audio, Novel, and Talk House. And it's going to be hosted by Khalik Allah, who was a photographer. He photographed the Wu-Tang. And he'll be exploring the story of ODB, who grew up in Brooklyn before becoming a part of hip-hop history. All right, here is some of that.
Most people remember Old Dirty Bastard as the stage-crashing secret weapon of Wu-Tang Clan. A raw showman with a wild sense of humor.
He's the wino on the corner who can sing a little bit and won't shut the up.
He was the baddest, low-down motherfucker that there ever could be in hip-hop.
I want to tell you the full story of ODB.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
You have history with them, Angela.
Yeah, you know, Wu-Tang was my first job out of college, so I was around Dirty a lot. I actually have footage of him that probably nobody's ever seen before.
You need to put that out.
Because with Jizza, we filmed a lot of stuff. If you look up Wu-Tang, you know what? I'm gonna get the link for it.
Okay.
But we did a whole we did like a whole trailer for the documentary, and there's some ODB footage in there also.
Nice.
To check that out. But yes, Wu-Tang Revealed, that's what it's called. If you look up Wu-Tang Revealed, Jizza directed it, but I shot a lot of the footage.
Really?
I remember he came to one of Jizza's video shoots. It was called Crash the Crew because he was on the hook, and the label would not clear. He was on a lecture. They would not clear for him to be in the video, even though we shot the video, because he didn't show up to his own video.
Oh.
For Gotcha Money. And so if you see that video, that's not Dirty in the video.
Really?
They were so mad about that.
That's crazy.
All right. And speaking of podcasts, there's been some drama between Suge Knight and Akon. Now, you know, Suge Knight has this podcast he's doing with Dave Mays that is one of the founders of The Source.
Okay.
And the issue is that he had some allegations against Akon and why they don't get along. Here's what he said originally.
Akon, let's tell the truth. You the little girl 13, he tell the little girl 12 years old, y'all basically raped her.
All right, so he's accusing Detail and Akon of raping a 12-year-old. Well, Akon has since said that is not true, said that it's a lie, and now he also made a statement. I need to make it very clear that I absolutely deny these outrageous, false, and disgusting claims Suge Knight made on his podcast about me. I've never called, received, or had any contact with Suge Knight since he has been incarcerated. He gave this statement to Complex, and he also did say that he's going to be filing a defamation lawsuit against Suge Knight. That is quite an allegation to make against somebody. So, all right, well, that is your Yeetie, and when we come back, we have About Last Night. Now, last night I told you we were at a gala, me and Jasmine Brand.
Right.
Yes.
We saw that. That's when you was with Ja Rule and y'all replaced me.
And you were out last night too, so we'll talk about that. You were with Trader Truth, all right? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. About Last Night is next.
Last night. So, about last night. Last night. Here's how it went down.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here. And
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
And Mano is here.
New Mano!
Am I on the radio?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right. Now, we were talking about something on Lip Service with LA Love the Boss.
Okay.
And that topic was living together before marriage. So you guys listen to this, pay attention, because we are going to do a pick a side. 800-292-5150. Should you live together before marriage?
Yes.
Now, I did a deep dive. Oh. Okay. I'm okay. All right. Oh, sorry. I messed that up. All right, I did it.
Yes, you should be married before. You
yeah.
should be living together before marriage. Absolutely.
I did a deep dive about this, and 34% of the time, married couples who lived together before they were engaged or married ended up divorced within the time frame studied. That's in contrast to less than 1/4 of the marriages of those who were engaged or married before they decided to move in together. And there's been a lot of studies about this, so we're actually going to talk about that as you guys are getting ready for Pick a Side.
Okay.
Okay, so just pay attention and think about that, and we'll discuss that.
Okay.
But now we have About Last Night. So last night we were actually at a gala. And this was a gala that Dougie Fresh has every year. And it's for an organization that he works with. It's about hip hop and health.
Yes.
And we actually ran into Ja Rule at this gala.
Let's talk about it.
We did.
Yeah, and let's talk about it because Ja Rule, you know, he was saying, how come Mano doesn't show up to work sometimes? No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. But here's what happened when we ran. Jasmine and I ran into Ja Rule. Uh-oh. New Ja Rule. So Ja Rule is definitely going to come up here and co-host one day.
Yeah.
Really? Where am I gonna be at?
You don't come every day.
I don't come every day. This is
I
crazy. I come more than you. I'm here way more than
you. Laying in bed, topless.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely topless. Chest naked.
Definitely. You like this?
Okay, guys. But anyway, so I just want to shout out to everybody, though, who was there because it is important to talk about health. And the hip-hop community, I feel like right now with hip-hop artists, they definitely have been a lot of times leading the charge and having those conversations.
Yeah.
So part of me getting honored was because of the conversation that I always have about health. I talk about, the juice bar, which is about to reopen.
Right.
Also, my coffee shop that I have where I discuss the health benefits of coffee as well. So
Available at Target.
It's available at Target, coffeeupliftspeople.com.
Right.
You can also buy the brand on Target. But coffee does help prevent type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's. And so as long as you're not adding all that cream and sugar, guys, I just want to also make sure you pay attention to that. All right. And Mano, you have a new show.
Yeah. Back Talk.
Back Talk. He's been discussing doing this.
I've been telling you about this one.
Conversations in the back of the back.
In back of the back. Had my man Trader Truth with me the other day.
Okay.
All right.
When is it officially? When can we watch the first episode?
I'm gonna be filming all week.
Okay.
So before I release one episode, I probably want to have at least 6, 7 in the can.
You in the can.
already.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll keep on talking about this.
Okay. It's called Back of the
Back of the
Back
back,
Talk.
like the Maybach.
Okay.
Back Talk.
Back Talk. Okay.
I call it Back of the Back.
No, you just can't call it what you want to call it. You got to call
okay.
it Back Talk.
Okay, sorry.
It's crazy.
He is crazy.
All right, well, when we come
today.
back, we are going to talk about, we're going to do a pick a side. Should you live with somebody before you get married?
Yes.
Some people in this room say it's mandatory. All right, but there have been some studies, as I did a deep dive, that say that actually increases the chance that you will get divorced. We discussed this on Lip Service with LA Love the Boss, and we'll discuss more when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, 800-292-5150. Call us up, pick a side.
It's not just right or wrong. It's about what you believe. It's time to pick a side and stay there.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
Mano is here.
Mano!
And we are doing Pick a Side. We are talking about Lip Service with LA Love the Boss and whether or not you should live together before marriage.
Okay.
Here's what happened on Lip Service. I
lesson.
read this that you shouldn't live with somebody until you know you're getting married because then it makes you feel like you could just move out if it doesn't work. And sometimes that doesn't lend to people having long-term relationships and knowing what they need to work on and things like that.
Yeah. And one thing about a living, you deal with different moods. You don't wake up in the same headspace every day. So you can really outgrow a person the more you're with them. Two things happen. You either grow with a person or you outgrow them.
All right. Well, we want to see what you guys think. 800-292-5150. Should you live together before marriage? What do you think, Mano?
I think you should live together. I mean, for me, because I'm probably going to marry 2 or 3 women.
So you want them all to live with you first?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sounds successful already.
Yeah,
does.
it is.
All right. Jasmine,
No, I say let's not live together before.
But you've lived together.
I've lived with 2 men. I say let's stay the night over each other's house for long periods of time, like a week or so. But let's just go back home afterwards. And then when we get married, that'll give me a sense of who you are. I want to go back home. I want you to go back home too.
I think that if you are... Ideally, I would say if the plan is to be together forever or get married and you've got to the point where you've had that conversation and discussed it, then I can see doing that. But sometimes people don't know what they're going to do in their relationship and move in together thinking they'll figure it out like that.
I like the economic benefits though.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what you guys think. 800-292-5150. Cassandra, how are you?
Hey, love. How are you? Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
You not going to say hi to Mano?
Is Mano there?
Oh, they don't even believe in you, Mano.
This is crazy.
You barely come.
I love you so much.
And I love you too.
Good cleanup.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think about...
No, I wasn't sure if he was there or not.
No, it's okay,
You weren't
baby.
either.
All right, pick a side. Should you live together before marriage? What do you think?
First of all, my husband and I, we lived together for 2 years before we got married, and next year's going to make 25 years.
That's
Wow.
right, baby. Good for you.
That's the only way you really get to know someone, is if you live with them first.
All right, well, see, it worked for you.
25 years later, yeah.
Bye, Mano. Love you, Mano.
Love you more, baby.
Extra.
Bye-bye.
I'm telling your husband. Hey, Chris, how are you?
What's going on? How you doing?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris, what do you think about living together before marriage?
I did 17 years in prison, and my wife married me when I had 2 years left. We did not know each other, and I moved straight in with her when I came home. It was not easy. I do not recommend it. But we're happily married. We're making it.
How long you been home?
I've been home now going on 4 years. I came home right before the pandemic.
Okay.
So it was definitely crazy.
Ooh, and during the pandemic,
tough.
too, was a difficult time.
You really can't move around like that.
Well, congrats.
Oh, yeah. After 17, I got locked up when I was 19. I came home when I was 36. It was not easy, but, I got a soldier. I got a queen. There was a lot of real conversations, a lot of real moments, but we got it right. It's just definitely not for everybody. That's just being honest.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yep, no problem. And thank y'all. Y'all rocking out, too.
And welcome home.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Letitia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What are your thoughts about living together before marriage? Pick a side. Is it a do or a don't?
You have to.
Explain why.
So basically, you need to make sure the person is capable of splitting bills with you. You need to see if they're messy, if they're organized, how they move with guests, and sharing home with you. Like, there's so much stuff you need to figure out that you're literally not going to figure out till you actually did the move,
But maybe you don't want to do that until you feel like this is somebody you would want to marry.
Definitely, but dating and getting into relationships, I feel like you're supposed to find people, you can have a future with. So,
Are you married?
No, I'm in a relationship.
Have you ever lived with? Y'all live together. Okay.
All right. I did a deep dive. I'm looking at this New York Times article with the whole survey about it. They said, because a lot of people do cohabitate, and back in the day that was very frowned upon.
Yeah, that was a no-no.
Yeah, so that's why a lot more people do that nowadays, and that's not going to go anywhere. I mean, as far as expenses, living together is a lot cheaper. It's not frowned upon anymore. But they said that a part of the reason is also that people who tend to live together are more non-conventional about marriage.
They may not want to get married, right?
But that way, if they get married, they don't look at it as seriously, because people who are very serious about that feel like I shouldn't live together unless, how society would be like, if you're not married, you shouldn't live together.
Right.
And that's changed a lot. So they said people who normally live together before marriage are more non-conventional.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that might make them more likely to also feel like they can get divorced.
Okay.
All right. Well, either way, do what works for you. 800-292-5150 is the number in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, that pick a side, it feels like more people were saying, yes, live together. Yep. It's a must.
I mean, you should.
But not because you have to, because I don't have a place to stay. All right, when we come back, we have Yeetie, and let's talk about the most successful woman comedian ever. Is it Amy Schumer? Let's see what your thoughts are. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Yeetie is next.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
All right, Mano's in the building. New Mano!
Back.
Man, and I know Mano's going to be in some memoirs at some point, but as far as Britney Spears, you didn't make it into this one.
Uh-oh.
But her book, The Woman in Me, sold 1.1 million copies already. Can you believe that?
Jada's didn't do that well, huh?
No, it did not. This book was released October 24th, and so congratulations to her.
So 418,000 copies.
Print, yeah.
Just print.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So just imagine how crazy that is.
Okay, I wonder what her deal was.
People are acting like Justin Timberlake is like away on vacation because of this book coming out. He's in Mexico.
What do you think?
He's in Cabo on a family vacation.
Okay.
And he's had to turn off his Instagram comments amidst all of this.
Well,
so I don't know. It probably is stressful, though, with people saying things about you.
Yeah, Justin always in some stuff.
All right. Now, let's talk about Amy Schumer for a second.
Okay.
She's been having some backlash, and that is because of some posts that she did. And she was weighing in on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And so, amidst all of her comments and her back and forth, one thing that she said that people are now debating about, she said, I have never been given any money to support a cause other than tampons. I've never stolen a joke. She said, I'm ugly, fat, okay. Sorry you aren't attracted to me. I found someone who is. I hope you find someone too. But she said, people called me a failed comic. I'm the most successful female comedian of all time.
Can I just say that I Googled the most successful female?
I was really annoyed about this.
What you come up with?
Number one, they had Joan Rivers. Number 2, they had Phyllis Diller. I don't know who that is.
Right.
Number 3, they had Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne
Number 4, they had Ellen. Number 5, they had Wanda Sykes.
Okay.
And number 8, they had Sarah Silverman.
You know who I had first? Whoopi Goldberg.
They had Amy as number 10.
Okay. And it's okay to say that you're a successful comedian, but you just downplayed every other female comedian.
You know
when
what?
you make a statement like
That's
that.
just a feeling. That don't make it a fact.
No, that's true.
That's
But I
just
guess
a feeling.
aren't we all
That's
supposed
just how
to feel that way
that's
about
just how
ourselves?
she
We probably
feel.
just don't say it, just don't write it on
I'm
social media.
the most success. You know, saying something like that is going to have people be like, just be like, I'm a very successful female comedian.
She said she's
you
the
know,
most
congratulations.
successful.
All right, now something Mano's passionate about. HBO is launching The Jinx Part 2, and that's going to be in 2024. It's a second installment of The Jinx to further explore the crimes of Robert Durst.
I can't wait.
When
for
I
that.
told him this behind the scenes,
I went crazy.
If y'all could see how much he lit up and how much conversation he had, you know, he died. Robert Durst died as a prisoner at San Joaquin General Hospital last year.
And Mano, you had to break the news to Mano.
I didn't know Robert
didn't
Durst
know.
died, though.
Yeah.
I know his whole story, but I didn't know he died.
Well, get ready for part 2 to learn more of his story. It was initially a limited series that came out in 2015. And if you guys recall, during that series, this happened.
Kill them all. Of course.
Killed them all, of course, and that's how he ended up getting convicted of a crime at all, period.
Wow.
But now there's going to be prison calls, interviews with people who had never before come forward in part 2 as filmmakers continue their investigation for the next 8 years.
You know,
All
if
right?
he would have never did this, he would have never went to jail.
Yeah,
If he would have never done the whole documentary.
He definitely would not have.
If they have a post show,
Mano, you
you need to be on there.
I need to
All right,
be
well,
on there.
that is your Yeetie, and when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Hands on your knees.
Hands on your
Jasmine
knees.
Brand is here. Mano
I'm
is here.
not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
New Mano. And let's go under the radar. All right, now, Super Bowl commercials are already sold out at CBS. You know, normally they don't sell out the commercials, the ads, until like right before the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And in recent years, they have been even unable to sign away its last commercials until just days before.
Okay.
So it's been difficult previously, but now they said for some reason it's already a done deal. CBS was looking for between $6.5 to $7 million for a 30-second ad, according to people familiar with negotiations. And last year, Fox secured around $600 million in advertising.
Gosh.
Yeah, so
That's a lot of money.
listen, these corporations have some money to spend, apparently.
They got it.
All right. Howard University now has the first HBCU figure skating team in the country.
Dope.
That's really dope. You know what? Stacey Tisdale, who does Wealth Wednesday with me, you know, she was a professional skater.
Was she?
Yes.
I can kind of see that. Have you ever went ice skating, Angela?
You know, I do know how to ice skate, but I cannot do nothing fancy. I can make it around the rink.
Yeah, that's all I can do too. Mano, have you ever been ice skating?
I'm not good ice skating.
But
I can see you hands
I
on your
suffer.
knees.
No, you can't.
No,
you can't see that.
listen.
You would never see
On the
that.
ice skates, you know how
Stop
people have to
playing
ice
with me.
skate and don't know how to ice skate, so they be
Yeah,
bent over.
I hold on to the rail.
Okay, you one of those. The three
That's
of us.
way more gangster.
That is.
Yeah, it
the
is.
three of us should go ice skating. Okay.
I'm gonna be on the rail.
It's about that time.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, now Jasmine, you sent us all this story.
What?
A woman felt something moving in her ear, and it was a spider the size of a nickel.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
Have you? I've heard of people.
No, I've never had a spider in my ear.
No. I wasn't going to say you. I have heard of. I know 2 guys that have said they felt something moving in their ear, and it was a roach. Like if you grew up with roaches, like
Those
Diddy.
were guys that you dated?
Yeah, I mean, you had roaches growing up, right?
Never had one in
Why
my
would
ear.
you assume that about Mano?
Never.
Maybe because I had roaches growing up.
Why would you
had
just
roaches
tell
in
him?
your ear?
Mano,
Not
you
in my
had
ear,
roaches
but in my
growing up.
house. I did have.
We all had roaches. I never
That's
had
what I'm
roaches in my
saying.
ear.
That's what I'm saying. You had roaches in your house growing up.
Absolutely.
I did too. I never had that I know of. I never had one in my ear, but this woman had
That
a
I know
spider
of.
that I know of. Yeah.
The worst is growing up and used to be sleeping. There would be mice in the house, and you could hear them under the bed, and you'd be scared to get out of bed because you could hear them like going through stuff. And
That is scary.
Put
That
on the
is
shoe and one jump out the shoe.
Okay, that's never happened. All right, Uber and Lyft have agreed to pay a combined $328 million for withholding money from drivers. All right, so now they have to pay that money. The money will be distributed to cheated drivers who will get back pay along with mandatory paid sick leave and other benefits. That's not an easy job, and people do not be tipping like they should.
They don't.
I throw a little 20% on top.
Didn't I? I had
Always,
a nice
and
experience.
sometimes it's very expensive.
I had a nice experience recently where my Lyft driver, I left my phone in in his car, and he let me know. Mm-hmm. And he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he had your phone.
Yep.
All right, and that is your Under the Radar. By the way, in New York City, they now have on the app, they've updated it, and they can show you how many rats are in each subway station.
See, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking. I don't see where
there's a New York City subway rat detector.
Yeah, I don't see where the detector is at, though.
Angela and Mano are fascinated with the story.
All right, well, that is your Under the Radar, and we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour, and Jekalyn Carr is going to be joining us today. Famed, multiple awarded gospel singer, and she's only 26 years old. She's amazing. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the room.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
I'm not just any brand. I'm my own brand.
Make sure y'all check out the Jasmine Brand, too. And Mano is here.
Mano!
The one and only.
All right, well, since we just played Future featuring Thames and Drake, Wait For You, which was a #1 song for her. All right, let's talk about Thames. She was on with Angie Martinez, and she talked about a variety of things. She talked about being in jail in Uganda for 2 days and what that experience was like and how it changed her. Listen to this.
There's nothing. It's a floor with, they give you a blanket, they give you tissue. And
no bed?
No bed.
Wow.
No, nothing.
And you're there 2 days?
Yep.
Do you know for sure you're going to get out?
No, I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't have any ears on ground. Nobody told me anything.
There's no, my phone call? Can I make a call?
There's no calls.
Yeah, she was cut off from the outside world. She was detained. This was in 2020.
Okay, so that wasn't too long ago.
Locked up abroad.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing. Now, she also talked about the pregnancy rumors. If you recall, there were rumors that she was pregnant. Right. I think they said by Future or something.
Yeah, it was by Future.
I don't even know where that came from. I didn't believe it when I heard it, but here's what she said.
I went to a fashion show and the top I was wearing was tucked in to leather pants.
That's so disrespectful to a woman.
I was holding the coat. Maybe I forgot to suck my belly, to hold it in. Maybe for a second I forgot to.
It could have been a food baby. You could have had a sandwich.
It was because we were eating so much that day.
I definitely can't relate to that.
Yeah, me too. I think all women can. People be like, "Oh my gosh, she's pregnant."
Like, no, I'm just.
And you're like, "No,
I started that
about to get
rumor
my period."
about you.
Oh, you did?
People did ask me that. They were like, "Isn't Jasmine?"
Someone did. Someone said that in the comments too.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 50 Cent celebrates his first ever diamond plaque because of In the Club. So congratulations to him for that. 2 decades after it initially came out, he reacted to the news on social media. In the Club has officially reached diamond singles sold. The 43rd hip-hop song to go diamond, 121 songs of all time to do it. I Feel Good. That thing.
I know that's right.
But the album been went diamond, though.
Well, yeah, for a single.
But that was for the single.
Yeah, that was just for the single. Okay. So congratulations to him for that. And he said, diamonds are forever. All right, J. Cole talks about first-person shooter going #1. He was on Yachty's podcast, and here's what he had to say about why that went #1.
I almost feel better not having my first #1 be off of Drake alley-oop. You know what I mean? Like, I love Drake, and I love that I'm a part of that moment with him, with Michael Jackson, but it's like, bro, I'm grateful I'm a part of it, but if the other song would have went #1, I'm still grateful I'm a part. I wasn't at home like, come on, y'all, pick up the streams, man. What got First Person Shooter to #1 was me and Drake fans still buy iTunes singles. So the digital actual sales of the song, DJ. I don't know who's still buying them, but, appreciate y'all.
All right.
I like that song.
Have you bought Have you ever bought an iTunes, or do you just stream it?
I have a long time ago. I just stream everything.
Yeah.
All right, I feel you.
When's the last time you bought a single?
I don't know.
It's been a long,
but that's
long time.
for real. Yeah. That's some real fans.
Yeah.
All right. Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign, they were supposed to be having this huge multi-stadium listening event. They have a collaboration album that's coming out. But they have announced that the launch has been canceled without any further details.
Okay.
So not sure what's going on.
Just canceled.
Yeah, I mean, the album's pushed back, but the stadium listening events, all of those events have been canceled.
We can just imagine why.
I actually can't. Who knows? Could be anything.
I do like Ty Dolla $ign though, so I was kind of.
So do I.
Well, I wasn't going to go to the listing thing, but I'm looking for.
Wasn't going to go? Why not?
That's not
I
my
went
thing.
to the one in Atlanta.
You did.
I sure did.
You had to wear all black, right?
Not to the listening.
No,
okay.
If
You know
I
how
said
they had
that
the
we
big.
was gone, you was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the only time I ever flew on a private jet.
Oh, nice. You're so fancy. I've never been on a
I'm not
PJ.
fancy. Trust me, it's the only time it's ever happened.
Kanye sent the jet for you.
Well, really, they wanted me to come out because Jay Electronica was going.
Okay.
Right? It wasn't for me. It was Jay Electronica. And the Locks were going on a private jet. So they were like, do you mind getting on the jet with them? And this was right after they did Versus, literally the next day.
Nice.
And so I was like, sure, no problem.
Right.
And so I ended up, just hitching a ride with them.
Was this a smoky ride or it was just a regular ride?
Definitely
It was
smoky.
fine. And I think all of us will agree. It wasn't like the nicest private jet. Nobody was like posting pictures from it.
What?
But still, it was a private jet. All right. Well, that is your Yee. And when we come back, I also want to make sure we talk about this bowling event because it's a competition. And y'all know I'm very competitive, but it is for a good cause. And right now, blame it. All right, because when you lose, we could blame it on the alcohol. Mano, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
All you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand and the award-winning advice giver Mano is here.
Yes.
And we have Kendra on the line. What's up, Kendra?
Hi, Angela.
Hi. What is your question for Ask Yee?
I'm getting ready to be laid off from the current job I'm at. I'm 42 and I'm a female. And the jobs that I've held all these years that I have the most skills in are all heavy lifting, retail, grocery jobs.
Mm-hmm.
My body physically can't do this for another 25 years.
I feel you.
My plans are to pursue my CDLs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did this when I was like 30, and I was told that I couldn't do it because of my background.
Okay, what's your background?
I have, of course, CBS charges, but I also have, like, an assault charge from my ex-boyfriend lying on me.
Okay. Ooh.
And, like, another assault. It's almost like an assault charge because my daughter, me and her, got into, like, a altercation up at her school.
Okay, so you have a record, and that can be difficult when you're applying for jobs. Do you have good references? Like, if you are applying for jobs, do you have people that can vouch for you?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Where do you live?
Mays Landing, New Jersey. It's like 20 minutes away from Atlantic City.
So do you have your resume together? You know what? Are you
Yes.
on LinkedIn?
Yes. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Indeed. I'm on Monster Jobs. I'm on Snag a Job. I'm on...
Are you on ZipRecruiter?
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. And I want to take a look at your resume.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
CDLs. I want to drive trucks. I enjoy driving.
So somebody told you that you can't get a CDL if you have a record?
But this was, yes, they did.
I think
But
you
this
should
was-
recheck that because I know people that have records. I know people that have done time and
have
have CDLs right now. Yeah, so you need to check that. You've never done a lot of time, right?
No, I haven't never been to prison at all.
So have you been convicted or you just got arrested?
I have been convicted, but I've did it through programs like recovery court.
Okay, cool. So what I'm saying to you is that you probably need to do some research on that because I personally know people that have CDLs that have done time and have extensive records.
Okay. I guess I'm just scared and need reassurance. It's not even a question. It's
No,
a
you
thing.
have
I'm
to-
sorry.
Listen,
You gotta
you
take
have
chances,
to,
man.
take your chance, do your research because unless you have a DWI, it seems like you're
I don't even
fine.
drink. I guess it's the part of making myself uncomfortable to get comfortable.
You got to take a risk, and listen, no better thing to take a risk on than yourself.
Yes.
All right, I don't want to see you talking yourself out of something and saying what you can't do.
Yeah, you got this.
I want to see you going for it and doing what you know you can do. You can make it happen. This is what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
You mentioned it several times, but then you also haven't put yourself in the position to win and make it happen.
I haven't. I just don't know how either.
Everything is. I already done looked it up online.
Yeah,
You
Angela-
definitely
the whole time Angela over
I've
here
been
trying to
doing
do a deep dive.
over here, looking it up already. So if I can do
Angela and
it,
her deep dives, I should have knew.
if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, you're right.
If anybody is listening though and they want to support, if you want to give out your name, if anybody's hiring in that South Jersey area, right now, then this would be the time for you to put yourself out there.
Okay, so my name is Kendra Brown. I'm from the Atlantic County area. I'm the most reliable employee, hardworking employee, attentive employee that anybody could ever meet. I just need the chance to show you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And we're going to take a look at your resume too, okay? Just to see what
Okay.
it's looking like on there. All right. So hold on, okay?
Good luck.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. That
Bye-bye. Bye, Mano. Bye, Jasmine.
Bye.
Bye. And that was Asky. Thank you to Kendra for calling 800-292-5150. I know it's hard to put yourself out there.
It's
Because
uncomfortable.
sometimes you don't want to set yourself up for people to tell you no.
Yep.
But it's okay, because I was just in a conference the other day, and the speaker was talking about how before he got funding for his company, he got 326 no's.
That's a lot.
Now he got $150 million in funding.
Yep.
Imagine that. All right. Well, 800-292-5150 is a number just in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have Jekalyn Carr joining us. She's somebody else who went through a lot to get to the position that she's in right now. Gospel singer, and she is a superstar at only 26 years old. Jekalyn Carr. When we come back, it's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I said, let's get it.
Let's go! Way Up with Angela Yee is back to set off your workday.
Turn the music up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes, I'm here.
And Jekalyn Carr is here. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
And first, let's give you your flowers and your congratulations. You know, I see you've had your 7th #1 song, and you have a new album out that was #1 also. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
And Jekalyn, you've been doing this for so long. You could never even have thought about a different career. You know how normally you'll ask somebody, like, if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing? But there was nothing else.
Yeah, I knew from a very young age that this was my calling. This was what I was born to do. I started singing at the age of 5 years old. I was that little girl who was singing in the mirror. I would make choirs with my cousins and my siblings and sing into the grass. Like, the grass was literally my crowd. I just knew this is what I wanted to do. I didn't know that it would be to this magnitude, though.
This is your 6th album, and so it's the self-titled album, Jekalyn. Do you feel like you were giving more of yourself? I know you took 4 years since you put out a full-length album. Okay, so what about this album do you feel like has made it more personal? It's very uplifting.
Yeah. Oh,
too.
thank you. The 4 years was definitely needed, simply because I was able to really see what direction I wanted to go in with this album, and I didn't want to take the 100% traditional route that I normally would.
And you did not.
Thank you. With my sound and all of that. And I had to realize there's so much more in me. And I also had to be okay with embracing that, not allowing myself, what I've done, or even others to hold me to what I already put out. And also, I wanted to name it Jekalyn because I just feel like it's my story. It's my life. These are conversations that I've had with God. He's had with me, and I wanted it also to be a way I package it so that it can be relatable to everybody.
You had a little dance hall vibe on there.
We took it to Jamaica a little bit.
Where did you come up with that one? Were you like on a vacation? What was the vibe?
I was actually laying in bed, and I was like, I had took my melatonin, and I'm like, I'm finna go to sleep.
Wait a minute.
And then next thing you know, I just started hearing the lyrics actually came to me first.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I want this to be, because I actually had a different style at first with the same lyrics, but I'm like, I need something different. And I'm like, let me try the Jamaican vibes or whatever.
The accent.
And you know, I go on.
Jekalyn Carr is here with Jasmine Brand and myself. You talk about, because clearly, like you said, you weren't where you are now back then, but what are some things that you can remember being like, ooh, this gotta happen, like we gotta win? Were there time, just give us an example of a time that was particularly tough.
Well, I just want to say, y'all getting exclusive, because I've never really been even a little detailed about it. Like, there were times where we were trying to figure out how we were going to eat, times where we had to be literally in the house, and I'm not talking about outside, in the house, cold in the winter, hot in the summer. We it's just a lot that we had to experience. And being in that, I'll never forget. I was laying in the bed, and my siblings and I were laying, and I'm just like, God, I know we deserve so much better than this. Because imagine putting your faith to work, believing God, but it looks like nothing is happening. However, God is just like, just stick with me.
Right.
And I'm going to show you it's about to pay off. And it did.
I feel like that's a lot of pressure, though, right?
I mean, yeah, anybody who going through.
No, I mean, in terms of you being the star of the family and the talent of the, I'm sure everyone else has other talents, but you have this career. So I would feel like that would be a lot of pressure, no?
Well, it really wasn't pressure for me, simply because my family, I guess because of the dynamics of our relationship, and everybody knows that, first of all, even though you see me out front, if it wasn't for my dad and my mom's sacrifices, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't see me today. And then, of course, my sister, she helps my dad with the administration and all of that. So we all worked. It's literally a family corporation built from scratch. We worked together to make the dream work. So we didn't have, that was also another thing, like coming out. We didn't have the major record labels and to make it easy for us. So a lot of stuff he had to figure out, you know, and just, I remember it's a lot coming back to me. Like, my father, we would try, at this time we were staying in Arkansas. We would travel all the way to Florida, driving like hours and hours, not even knowing whether or not they were going to allow me to sing and just all of that.
Ooh.
So yeah, it was.
He probably didn't even tell you all the time.
Yeah, oh no.
He's like, all right, let's go do this.
Yeah.
I can't tell her this may not happen.
Yeah, but it was just a father who believed in his child.
All right, we have more with Jekalyn Carr when we come back. Her album Jekalyn is available right now. She also has multiple awards, including a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and we're going to discuss that when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is right here, and so is Jekalyn Carr. You also got the Lifetime Achievement Award from the president. So what was that like for you?
It was unexpected. It was, of course, humbling. Like I said, just, you never really know the magnitude, the full magnitude of how far your reach is or how important you are to people. And so that was just, you know, a confirmation to me of how much people really take to Jekalyn and my ministry, my music, and all that good stuff. And I'm very appreciative of my supporters and all of that. So it was great.
You are so mature, I feel like.
You done got a Lifetime Achievement Award. What are you, 26?
Yeah, like, I feel like we need to work
The
hard.
nerve.
Have you always been, I know the nerve part. Have you always been this mature? Like, have you?
I've heard it since I was a little girl. Like, it
She
was
was
so
5 years
funny.
old.
Yes.
Like, I just want to.
I'm tickled. And it'd be so funny because I'd be 5 and people like, oh my gosh, I thought you were 10. No, ma'am. No, sir.
She was 10. You're so
You know,
grown.
but the older I got, you know, I understood what they were talking about. Old soul, yeah.
And what was the moment when you were like, here we are, we up?
There were so many moments.
But the first one, when it was like.
Probably when I got my first Grammy nomination.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I'm going to say the first Grammy nomination, and I'm also going to say when I won my first Stellar Award.
Okay.
It was so funny because I didn't even know I had won. I was in Nashville, in the hotel, there for, because we didn't know anything about all of that.
Right.
We didn't know anything.
Just-
Going
I was
into
just
this,
working.
we didn't know about the charts. We didn't know anything.
Right.
And so I was sitting in my hotel room, and we ended up, I can't remember if it was a tweet first or if it was a phone call first, and someone saying, you know, basically that I had won. It was like, oh, we missed the show.
Should have been at that one.
Yeah.
So it's all about God's timing.
Yes, exactly. Right.
First of all, I love your name, Jekalyn.
Thank you.
How did they come up with? I've never met another Jekalyn.
Well, to this day, my mom and dad argues about
Who was responsible for it?
who was responsible for it. So we don't know. My mom said she did. My dad said, my mom said the Holy Spirit told her. So we ain't gonna argue with the Holy Spirit.
You can't argue with the Holy Spirit.
Maybe the Holy
Right.
Spirit told both of them.
Yeah,
And then they-
Possible. That's
Give us
It's a
some
possible.
possibility. Yeah, I said y'all mustn't hear him for my middle name, but
What's your middle name?
Al Monique.
Well, my middle name is Monique.
Okay,
Al
I feel
Monique?
like I
Al
think
Monique.
the Al kind of, but she was trying to connect it with my dad because he's Alan.
Oh,
Okay.
Al Monique. Because I thought it was like, let me hear you say Al. Okay, but Al Monique. Okay.
It's an old school term.
Sorry, I'm not 26.
I wonder if people are going to name their kids Jekalyn now.
I run into a lot of mothers. They'll bring their baby to me and they'll say, "Here's my daughter. Her name is Jekalyn."
Aw,
It's
that's
so
sweet.
cute. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, shout out to all the young Jekalyns
I
out
know,
there.
right?
Destined for greatness. All right, well, listen, congratulations. Jekalyn is available right now. And thank you so much for taking time to stop by and see us. We needed you.
You're welcome. Thank you
We
for
needed
having
your
me.
essence in the room.
We need some holiness up in here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. And when we come back, you guys always have the last word. 800-292-5150 is Way Up.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, Jasmine, Brand, and Mano. What a fun day.
Great day.
Yes.
Yeah, Mano
What's
came in
today,
here with an
Thursday?
attitude, but now
I'm calm down.
Calm
you know,
down.
I got insulted as soon as I walked in.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
call
I got
that
attacked.
I would not have called that an insult.
You called him the jail guy.
Yeah, jail guy.
He did go to jail, and there is nothing. You should not be ashamed of that, Mano.
I didn't say I was ashamed.
Okay, so it wasn't an
he doesn't
insult.
want it to
you
define
called, right, you called me the jail guy like as if that's the only thing that I've
But let's
accomplished
give
in my life.
Jasmine some grace, like Jekalyn Carr would say.
Yes,
No,
thank
no,
you.
no,
No
it's
grace for me?
No grace.
But thank you to Jekalyn Carr for coming through today. You can watch that full interview on Way Up with the Yee. We got her to talk about things she's never talked about anywhere else before, so we appreciate that. And her album Jekalyn is available right now. And of course, y'all know tomorrow is my favorite day of the week. It's a Friday. And we're going to have some fun things going on up here. And once again, if you guys want to support the Children's Hospital, Maimonides Children's Hospital in Brooklyn, we have a bowling event happening on the 8th, on November 8th. So you can also buy tickets at power1051fm.com/bowl and come and hang out with us and see this competition between the three of us in real life. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. You guys have the last word.
I would question why a person wants to live together these days. It's usually because it's cheaper or like people need help. So I just would want to make sure that that's not the reason. I need to make sure that my partner is financially secure, like going into this.
I think you should have your own place just in case it doesn't work out. But you should live with each other just to know how each other's going to be. I had a marriage for 5.5 years, and it was hell the whole time.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and shine a light on the lady that was talking about she wanted to get her CDLs and all that, right? I commend you on that. That's what's up.
Going way up with Angela Yee.